Good afternoon. My name is Alba Murillo Quiroga, and I will be presenting the business plan for Apop Scientific. First, we'll go over the agenda for the business plan. So we have the executive summary, the company description, the team, products, market, marketing strategy, competitive assessment, management, and financial projections. We have the company description. Apop Scientific is a biotech company that produces and sells apoptosis assay kits. These kits enable scientists to do cell death related research. Apop Scientific was born out of a fascination with cell death. The founders of Apop Scientific realized that cell death or apoptosis had an important role in human biological processes. The owners of Apop Scientific want people to live healthy, fulfilling lives. This company strives to give scientists the tools to better study apoptosis. However, Apop Scientific does not want to supply the standard bioassay kit. It wants to provide novel products that will make the research process more efficient and accurate. So here we have the mission statement for Apop Scientific. Apop Scientific strives to provide high-quality and innovative test kits for the scientific community to improve human health and quality of life. Here we have the Apop Scientific team. We have the founders, Remy Marsh and Rue Holloway, and the lead scientist, Esther Cantu. Before I go in detail with the products that Apop Scientific offers, I want to explain apoptosis briefly. So apoptosis is defined as regulated cell death. It is a genetically regulated event that is involved in biological processes such as aging and embryo development. Therefore, it is a process studied to understand and prevent cancer, neurological diseases, infertility, HIV, and even COVID-19. Apoptosis assay kits are used by scientists for research and drug development. Apop Scientific strives to be the leader in bioassay technology and to provide quantitative, accurate, and precise assay kits for its customers. Apop Scientific works alongside molecular biology experts to develop high-quality, safe, and sensitive kits. Those kits are sold to research facilities, hospitals, universities, and pharmaceutical companies. The kits are divided in 4 categories: caspase assays, DNA fragmentation assays, cell permeability assays, and mitochondrial assays. We have our target market as well as the market segmentation. So the apoptosis assay market is divided by product, geography, technique, and key players. For the target market, we've divided this into 3 categories: the who, the where, and the why. Who are we selling to? We're selling to research facilities, hospitals, universities, and pharmaceutical companies. Where are we selling these products? We're selling in the United States. And why are we selling to this market? First of all, there's been substantial market growth. There's research needs for clinical research, cancer-related research, Alzheimer's disease, etc. And there's been increased investment from nonprofit organizations and from the government. So the apoptosis assay market was 42.5% in 2020, which equals to $1.7 billion. It is predicted that the apoptosis assay kit market will maintain a CAGR of 9.9% between 2019 and 2026. By 2026, it is predicted that this market will reach $3.6 billion. There has been evident market growth due to increased government-funded initiatives and cell-based research activities. The apoptosis assay kit market is estimated to grow significantly between 2020 and 2027. The major factors contributing to the market growth are increased incidence of infectious and chronic diseases like cancer, ongoing developments related to apoptosis modulating drugs, increased demand for cancer clinical research and cell-based research, and the evolution of cell detection technology and cell microscopy. Apop Scientific will position itself as a provider of innovative apoptosis assay kits. This will be achieved by emphasizing on quality, accuracy, and faster turnaround time. Apop Scientific is going to distinguish itself by focusing solely on apoptosis assay kits. It will provide test kits that have a faster turnaround time. It will also supply test kits with the highest quality of materials and reagents. It will design unique and innovative test kits that will improve the accuracy of results, and it will train its staff on the company's values of desire to improve healthcare. Now we have our sales strategy. Sales will be conducted in person and online. For in-person sales, sales reps will visit hospitals, universities, and research centers and will kindly request to speak with laboratory management. Prior to visiting the site, sales and marketing team will conduct research on which institutions perform apoptosis-related research. Here we have an example of the online catalog for Apop Scientific. For example, here we are promoting a new product, Annexin V-Look, which uses recombinant annexin V proteins coupled with luciferase to view apoptosis in real time. Here we have other examples of products. Here we can see more in depth how the product looks like and how the product catalog looks like on the website. So we have the name of the product, we have the catalog number, we have the size, the price, and the option to add to cart so we can purchase the product, key highlights of the product, and an in-depth explanation of how the product works. Now we're going to talk about the promotional strategy. So Apop Scientific will showcase advertisements on blogs and social media platforms. The phrases improve research and healthcare and at Apop Scientific we're committed to fulfilling your research needs will be used in the advertisements. Here we have two examples of how the advertisements look like. Apop Scientific will have a website which will show positive reviews and testimonials from customers. It will also have a link to its blog, which will have monthly articles. It will communicate new products, and it will notify of findings and discoveries in the industry. And here we can look at how the website will look like in the future. We have our competitor analysis. So Apop Scientific has identified three main competitors: Promega Corporation, Bio-Rad Laboratories, and Merck. So Promega has a very interesting kit called the Caspase Glow 37, which uses enzymes to detect cell death. Average price of test kit is $200. Bio-Rad Laboratories has their Bioplex Pro RBM apoptosis multiplex assays, which use several proteins for the detection of cell death. Average price of test kit is $1,600. Merck mostly focuses on selling the generic acid kit or instruments. However, it does have a noteworthy product called Apop Tag Plus Peroxidase in situ kit, which is highly specific. Average price of test kit $500. Apop Scientific has an average price of test kit of $300. Apop Scientific will stand out by offering the standard apoptosis assay kit alongside some higher quality kit. For example, the Annexin V-Look, which was described earlier. It will use high quality reagents for kits, so not just your regular antibody or enzyme. We want to ensure that the product has a good shelf life and that the results are as accurate as they can be. Management. So Apop Scientific will instill in all of its staff, from the CEO to manufacturing personnel, that quality is essential. Quality is foremost. This message will be communicated during orientation. All of Apop Scientific employees will be carefully selected so that everyone can work cohesively as a team, and training will be given to all team members depending on their role. To ensure that everybody is well trained and that everybody is following procedures, the company has developed SOPs and training materials for each department. As for operations, the company will operate its business in Minneapolis, Minnesota. It will run production from Monday through Friday. It is also one shift business, and the main building will have offices, a research lab, a cold storage warehouse, and a production floor. The company will lease a 28,000 square foot building for its operations, and all laboratory equipment and manufacturing equipment will be owned by the company. Here we have a section for quality assurance. So like I said earlier, quality is foremost. So the company will focus its resources on sustaining a functioning quality assurance department. It will have quality assurance SOPs to guide company staff on standards. All auditing will be based on zero tolerance, and in case there's a deviation, there will be a strict root cause investigation. Finally, we have financial forecasts. Apop Scientific is forecasted to start making revenue on its first year. However, on years 2 and 3, revenue will slow down a little bit. However, as sales increase, revenue will also increase on years 4 till 5. For funding, the company requires $2 million to start business operations and to keep operations running for a year. Funding would cover lease, equipment, administrative and production costs, marketing costs, and salaries. Apop Scientific would give employees a 5% annual increase. This is to ensure employee retention. Here we have the income statement for years 1 through 5. Here we have the statement of cash flows. And finally, we have our contact information for inquiries and concerns. Thank you very much. It was a great pleasure.